Ladies and gentlemen, good evening from the MLG studios here in New York City, and welcome back to the Winter Season Showdowns, where we're currently watching a best of 5 between Marineking and Gumiho, where Marineking is 1 win away from getting that spot at the Winter Championship event in Dallas, Texas on March 15th. Before we jump into the possibly deciding game, MLGProShop.com has some awesome deals for you. If you go to mlg.to/gunner bundle. It's GUNNARBUNDLE. You can get a free MLG bag with the purchase of MLG Gunners. Of course, you can see that on the screen here. Of course, if you purchase those Gunners, you can get a free MLG bag. Opportunity opportunity there. So definitely take advantage of that. Again, mlg.to/gunner bundle. Great opportunity there. We actually have some here on the studio. And we can show you right now. We got some nice Gunners there. Of course, great product. And here is the free bag that comes with it. Not bad. I like it. So definitely go do that right now. No excuses.
None.
No excuses. All right, game 4. Gumiho versus Marineking Prime. Let's go ahead and scroll all on into it. Of course, let's introduce the players. The top middle of this map of Core Hall City, we have the blue Terran player, who is currently down 2-1. He must win 2 games in a row from Team FXO. He is Gumiho. His opponent in the bottom middle of the map, some might call it the south, some might call it the 6 o'clock. We have the red Terran player from Team Prime. He is 1 win away from qualifying for the championship event. He is Marineking.
Marineking's been pretty dominant so far in his series. I mean, he did lose that game too, but like you mentioned, it was almost like a build order thing. If you proxy Reaper and your opponent doesn't proxy Reaper, they have that small economic advantage. And given a great opponent like Gumiho, one thing that I think is important to mention is Gumiho knows how to seize that advantage. And that was with building that factory proxy. Now, imagine if you're playing someone other than Gumiho, and they use the extra money to build like a second barracks or a factory in your own base. Then all of a sudden you have time to react to what you can defend, and the game goes on. But Gumiho didn't let that up. He got the game 2 victory, and now he's looking for a game 4 victory with a proxy barracks of his own.
Gumiho looks like he's going to go for the fast Reaper play once again, or so it seems. Meanwhile, his opponent getting an early gas, getting that barracks, but keeping everything back home. So Gumiho gonna try out this proxy Reaper. We'll have to see how effective he can be with it.
It could be Reaper. I'm almost thinking.
You think it could be?
Could be Marauder.
Oh yeah, I guess it could. Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, just from the barracks location.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't make much sense.
And I think he doesn't know it's a 2-spawn map either. At least that's something we modified in it. So, I mean, he just tried to place it centrally so we could get wherever we wanted to. Proxy Reaper is a build we see a lot in Wings of Liberty. Well, a lot for a weird, cheesy, gimmicky build.
Yeah.
Right? It's almost like a standard build in TVT in a way that you'll see it quite frequently in series. And a lot of the things you use it for are you do some damage, you pick off some SCVs, and then you contain your opponent with a bunker builder ramp. This map, though, I'm not sure if I like it, because if you can't do that critical damage early, containing them doesn't really matter because they can just expand in their own main, right? So you can't really limit that expansion, which is one of the big advantages of it. You know, Marineking going for the same, tried and true, get some Hellbats, it looks like. Second gas, reactor factory.
SCV gets trapped.
First Marauder's here, though.
Oh, the Marauder's out, going to try to take on that Marine 1v1. Not going to be an issue. SCV trying to get some damage done. Marineking is going to try to put down this bunker, making 2 Marines right away, having to pull some SCVs.
There's going to be some time when this Marauder can just get some kills. He's got to not be surrounded by SCVs. How many can he kill? He's targeting the same one over and over again. Going to try to take down a second Marauder. Gonna get one.
Gonna get one. Hellion is out, and we also have 2 Marines just now popping. The bunker about to get finished as well. And now Marineking can put the 2 Marines inside the bunker and repair, potentially, to fend this off. The Hellion gonna try to micro back as well. Behind this, we see a factory just now being started.
The poor SCVs, they're huddling together trying to repair each other.
Not gonna happen.
One gets taken out, but now the Hellion might get caught by the No, even with concussor shells, that thing is... Oh, but he's gonna get cornered.
Yeah, nowhere to go, but he's just gonna chill at the bottom there at the Marauder, losing his energy, I guess, to go down there. Now going to decide to attack, and that Hellions should be toasted.
Yeah, it's ugh.
Well,
it tries to toast the
okay.
Marauder, but it's the one that gets toasted in turn.
Yep.
And you know, he didn't do critical damage, but he got a couple SCV kills, but more importantly, he significantly delayed the Hellbat drop, right? Because he had to reactor on Marines, he couldn't reactor to Hellions, he had to delay his armory because of the SCV pool. Everything's been delayed, and that's going to give Gumiho some time to get his own defenses up, theoretically. I mean, his factory's just finishing now. He's getting Hellions. I feel like he needs Widow Mines to really hold this off effectively. He's got to... He won't get a Viking on time, will he?
I don't think so. It's very...
He's got a Reaper. It's going to give him high ground vision. He can pick off the factory, maybe.
Oh, the barracks is going to be lifted off. He's going to see what's going on. The Hellion going to try to take care of this Reaper. That Reaper might fall if Gumiho if Gumiho isn't careful, but he's going to back away with literally 1 HP, but the Hellion's going to get loaded up. Only 3 of them. Marineking is temporarily supply blocked here.
How's he going to... I mean, how's Gumiho going to defend this? He's going to get a couple of his own Hellions. How are they going to stop Hellbats? I mean, one Marauder's hitting back. I don't know if
Marineking's going to drop these and then make them into Hellbats before it goes in, do you think?
Yeah, so I assume he's going to drop them at the third or somewhere. We'll see where he decides to drop them. Or he may even just drop them in Hellion mode, figuring that if there's no units to defend, the Hellions
because they're all outside of...
Exactly. But if he drops them in Hellion mode, I think that's going to be a critical mistake.
I think so, too. I feel like Gumiho has the defenses in place to potentially deal with that. Marineking going in, seeing 2 Hellions, is that going to be enough to dissuade him from going? Keep in mind, he can still micro these Hellions by picking up the weakened ones, and I think he's going to make them into Hellbats right
and
now.
And he can heal them up and come back again. But you know what? The fact that he went in first in Hellion mode, it bought Gumiho time he needs. Oh, the Viking! It runs right past the medevac.
The Hellbat going to start targeting down these Hellions. SCVs are going to be vulnerable here, but the medevac has to get out of there. Can't stick around because of the Viking, and that's very instrumental. If the medevac can't stick around, it can't support the Hellbats, and just like that, Gumiho able to hold that off without too much damage.
Some great SCV split micro there was done, and Gumiho, I'd say he held that off very, very nicely.
I agree. And we see Marineking moving.
Marineking says, you know what? If the Hellbat drop doesn't work,
do it again.
Just keep doing it. And Marineking's pulled a lot of guys off gas to really get those minerals. He's been using... I mean, you don't need gas to make Hellbats, right? And that's all you want to make in TVT.
You don't.
So, he's getting another command center. He's cranking out the minerals. Gumiho's... He's got the supply advantage, but a lot of it's in these hurt Marauders and Hellions. He's got to expand himself, or... he can't really do a timing. Oh, he's getting a Widow Mine.
Yeah.
That could be... I mean, if he totally destroys a drop, that could be...
I don't know if this is going to do much. We have 3 Marauders here. We got 2 very weakened Hellions, and the Viking going to start taking some shots at the medevac. 2 Vikings here, taking the medevac down very fast, but the Hellbats trying to track down those SCVs, taking down the Marauders. And now what is there to defend against these Hellbats? Once again, keep in mind, I think Marineking has another... Actually, it looks like there is a Marauder drop. There's going to be a Marauder drop in Marineking's base. And the Widow Mine is going to land down, and the Hellbats aren't going to be dealt with. Sorry, I'm having to switch in between bases here.
The Marauder drop is pretty sneaky, of course. Hellbats can not only be used to drop, but it can defend drops as well. But now the Marauder's using their range advantage.
Oh, wow, the medevac's saying, all right, I'll just pick you up, but this is like...
Look at this! It's a micro dance.
I think Marineking's going to get the better end of this.
I don't know.
I think if he followed the medevac, he might have been able to, but he has that Viking out.
Yeah, I mean, but the Vikings got to try to chase it down. It does have Ignite Afterburners, so it should be an escape.
Yep.
As long as it uses those. Gumiho!
Gotta use it.
Turn on the Afterburners!
2 HP.
Gumiho likes to keep things close. Oh, so do Widow Mines go off on barracks?
I don't think so.
Okay, that would have been fun.
That's what I was looking out for, but there's no timer on it right now, so I'm assuming it did.
No, it did. Because that would be one way to kill their workers if you notice Widow Mines there. On the barracks on top of the workers.
Would indeed.
You know, Gumiho's done a great job of defending, but you have to consider he's been spending the gas. Marineking was able to take guys off gas, mine more minerals, get the faster expansion. So Marineking
2 Widow Mines in there, but Marineking going to go in with the medevacs. The Vikings trying to target him down. The Hellbat's getting dropped very quickly. Some Marines mixed in there as well, but the medevac's going down very fast, as we said before. Does Marineking Prime have enough to just power down Gumiho at this point? Marauders, are they the right answers? Vikings might have to get dropped down here, but it looks like Gumiho will eventually hold this off. Got a Banshee as well, and Gumiho keeping most of those SCVs alive.
Gumiho's doing great with pulling SCVs, but you know, the Hellbats are still doing decent on the army battle trades, and he's losing mining time. Marineking's got the faster expansion. This game is heating up, but I feel Marineking's in control. While he's been losing units, now he's getting missile turrets to defend against Banshee. He's progressing his way. actually he's just building the barracks because he lost his barracks.
Ah, so he can't
So
make
yeah,
more
factories.
factories.
I think he was gonna go mech because he's upgraded on the armory. He got that +1 weapons, but he can't make any more factories.
He has a
Gumiho,
lot of Hellions here. Let's see if he tries
does.
to just charge up in there. Going to send one, just kind of feel out what's going on, and now he's going straight in there. Banshee going to start taking some shots, but these Hellions undoubtedly going to go straight for the mineral line. Heading to the natural first, but now going to try to make their way to the main. The Vikings going to land down. The SCVs might have to start running away.
Widowmine takes out one of the Hellions, weakens the other, and they're going to get stuck. Very little SCVs killed, actually. I think they got like 4 or 5, maybe? I mean,
up to 17, so I think about 6 there.
Yeah, but I mean, he's killed 17, but he's on so many drops. Gumiho's defense is just solid.
Yeah, Marineking, though, relentless with the pressure he's trying to apply. Another drop going to be loaded up here, still trying to churn out those Hellbats 2 at a time. He's up 32 to 26 in supply, or in harvesters, I should say, and saturating his natural already.
A critical difference could be that this time, the Vikings are on the attack. They're escorting a Banshee that's going to head to Marineking's expansion. The Banshee's going to try to do critical damage on the Vikings, cover it. Marineking's trying to build a second missile turret in that expansion to help protect it, because right now the air control is... there's 2 Vikings versus 2 Vikings, actually. It's going to be a micro battle.
Turret needs to finish up here for Marineking. 2 Vikings need to come back. Oh no, the Vikings are actually going to land here.
Oh, that could be a mistake.
There's 2 Hellbats, and that means right when they rise up, Marineking's going to have an extra shot. I don't think... These Vikings are dead.
They've got to rise up. If they wait for the Hellbats to shoot, I mean, they're never going to take on the Hellbats. Meanwhile, a drop's coming in on Gumiho's main.
Straight into the middle line. The Hellbats taking down these SCVs. Widowmines are not there anymore. There's a siege tank, but again, the damage was being done. Workers killed up to 28 here for Marineking to even take down the siege tank with the Hellbats. I mean, a lot of SCVs are transferred to natural.
They just don't care about the siege tank. And that one, I think he got another 7 or so SCVs there. Hellbats being dropped again. Viking taking out the medevac, but...
Up to 31 workers killed from Marineking.
These guys are going blow for blow with each other.
34 to 23 is now the harvester count in favor of Marineking. He has those 2 orbital commands, adding on plenty of production facilities. Going to have 3 factories on the field, 2 with reactors, 1 with the tech labs. Going to be making pretty much exclusively Hellions and tanks.
His first tank isn't out yet. If Gumiho can get across the map, he can set up a containment and start sieging him. Gumiho, of course, I think he's trying to retake air control. He's got a bigger army. Actually, the army's about the same. So excuse me, I misspoke there for a second. I thought he had a bigger army. Very, very close, though. In fact, Marineking actually the advantage in that as well.
Oh, but just like that, Gumiho edging ahead 38 to 35 in that army supply.
Oh, look at this Gumiho out of his main base. There's a medevac leaving. Gumiho saying, you know what? Those Hellbat drops are darn good, but there's going to be a battle in the middle.
Oh, going to be an engagement here, and now Gumiho's on the run. But here's the Infernal Pre-Igniters there from the medevac, going to be dropping the Hellbats, preventing Gumiho from leaving it just like that. Marineking takes a 91 to 66 supply advantage. Does Gumiho have what it takes to defend against this push? I'm not so sure he does.
He's got to get a defense up at the same time. He's hoping that his Hellbat drop can do critical damage on the counter. He's got to get a siege tank out, though. All he has is Hellions on the top. That's not going to cut it. He has the Banshee as well. But there's 4 Vikings. Marineking building up his Hellbats. He's going to drop them right on top of Gumiho.
The turret taking down the medevac. 3 Hellbats going to drop in Marineking's main base. Meanwhile, we have Marineking going straight for his opponent's natural expansion, dropping the Hellbats on top of his opponent's Hellions. Now he's up 93 to 73 supply. Meanwhile, Gumiho trying to do some damage at his opponent's natural expansion with those Hellbats of his own. SCV is going to be on the run here. Vikings overhead, making sure nothing happens up there. Just going to land and try to target down this tank. Gumiho desperately trying to get that repaired. Marineking dropping down a mule of his own. And there's the GG from Gumiho, and Marineking takes the game and gets that spot at the Winter Championship event. You're going to see Marineking in Dallas as he has just earned himself an all-expenses-paid trip to the championship event.
Boy, was that a scrappy game. Back and forth it went, drop after drop after drop. Gumiho hanging in there with the defense. But Marineking, Hellbat after Hellbat after Hellbat, launched from that guy.
He would not stop.
He wouldn't, just relentless with those. And you know, they're so replaceable.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a big deal to lose some Hellbats. They're very cheap. You can throw them away like a Protoss throws away Zealots.
Yes.
Except they do a lot more damage per hit.
A bit more.
Yeah. Even versus Armored, they do a lot more damage per hit. So very, very effective against Siege Tanks. Very effective against Marauders.
Yeah.
Against SCVs. Very, very good use of the Hellbat from Marineking.
Gumiho not able to come up with an answer to that play. I felt like he got himself a nice little advantage in that game. But again, Marineking, like right when Gumiho thought, all right, I'm safe, I've dealt with the Hellbats, good, we can relax, we can make some more production facilities. No, more Hellbats came in and kept doing damage. Sure, it might not have been as many kills at a time, but he was still getting damage done, as you said before, preventing mining time, killing some army here and there, and eventually Marineking just got all of his army together, went for a push across the map. Gumiho had no answer.
Yeah, he really got caught off guard in the middle. I think Gumiho kept that squad in the middle back, he would have been in good shape. But he's used to the fact that, okay, if they go mech, I go mech, I can just run away. And so he saw Marineking's army, he's like, oh, I'll just run away. Marineking's like, nope, ain't not afterburners. Landed right on top of him. Took his guys out in just a split second.
It's actually really cool that utility of Ignite Afterburners. Yeah. You always got to be aware of that as a Terran player. Very cool play from Marineking overall in that series, which converts him to a 3-1 victory over his opponent. Again, you're going to see him at the Winter Championship event. Awesome, going to be able to see Marineking there. Unfortunately for Gumiho, not going to be able to have enough. But let's go ahead and recap what's happened so far. Creator over Nesty, MVP over Curious, Seed over Sniper, and Marineking over Gumiho. Tomorrow, we're going to have Jokji versus Dong Regu. That should be a great one. Of course, a lot of people wondering, all right, when are these powerful Zergs going to start showing the true ferocity of the Zerg Swarm in Heart of the Swarm? Dong Regu might be the guy to do that. Of course, he's going up against Jokji, an amazing Terran on New Star Hoseo. So that's going to be a great match tomorrow. Again, another best of 5 to determine which one is going to get that spot at the Winter Championship event. But coming up next is Rules of Engagement. I hear we got a special episode today.
It's special because the Sniper vs. Seed games, especially Game 2, was just like, Game 2 is an amazing game. It's gonna be an amazing episode analyzing the game. I'm super looking forward to it. You guys should all hang on and watch it because it's. I know I say all the episodes are good because they're all good, but this one especially good.
Especially good, guys. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss Rules of Engagement. Of course, going over that awesome game from yesterday. So, guys, that wraps up today's edition of the Winter Season Showdown. Once again, congratulations to Marineking taking out Gumiho 3-1. You're going to see him at the Winter Championship event in Dallas, Texas. That being said, stay tuned for Rules of Engagement.